భారతదేశంలో క్యాన్సర్ బారిన పడిన చిన్నారులకు అండగా నిలుస్తున్న ఆరోహ్ స్వచ్ఛంద సేవా సంస్థ ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా ఫండ్ రైజింగ్ కార్యక్రమాలు నిర్వహిస్తోంది. దీనిలో భాగంగా అమెరికాలో విరాళాలను సేకరించే కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఏర్పాటు చేసింది. క్యాన్సర్ బారిన పడి కోలుకున్న హీరోయిన్ మమతా మోహన్ దాస్ తో డిన్నర్ ఈవెంట్ ను నిర్వహించింది. సామాజిక సేవా కార్యక్రమాలకు ఎప్పుడూ అండగా నిలిచే ఎన్ఆర్ఐలు ఆరోహ్ డిన్నర్ విత్ మమతా ప్రోగ్రామ్ కు పెద్ద ఎత్తున స్పందించారు. క్యాన్సర్ పై అవగాహన కల్పిస్తూ దాని బారిన పడిన చిన్నారులకు చేయూతనిస్తున్న ఆరోహ్ను అభినందించారు. ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి హాజరైన మమతా మోహన్ దాస్ తన జీవితంలో క్లిష్టమైన దశను గురించి అందరికీ వివరించారు. ఆరోహ్ ఫండ్ రైజింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కు సపోర్ట్ చేసిన ఎన్ఆర్ఐలకు ఆమె ప్రత్యేకంగా కృతజ్ఞతలు చెప్పారు. ఫండ్ రైజింగ్ కార్యక్రమానికి మద్దతుగా నిలిచిన ఎన్ఆర్ఐలకు ఆరోహ్ తరపున నిర్వాహకులు కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేశారు.
భారతదేశంలో క్యాన్సర్ బారిన పడిన చిన్నారులకు అండగా నిలుస్తోన్న ఆరోహ్ స్వచ్ఛంద సేవా సంస్థ ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా ఫండ్ రైజింగ్ కార్యక్రమాలు నిర్వహిస్తోంది. దీనిలో భాగంగా అమెరికాలో విరాళాలను సేకరించే కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఏర్పాటు చేసింది. క్యాన్సర్ బారిన పడి కోలుకున్న హీరోయిన్ మమతా మోహన్ దాస్ తో డిన్నర్ ఈవెంట్ను నిర్వహించింది. సామాజిక సేవా కార్యక్రమాలకు ఎప్పుడూ అండగా నిలిచే ఎన్ఆర్ఐలు ఆరోహ్ డిన్నర్ విత్ మమతా ప్రోగ్రాంకు పెద్ద ఎత్తున స్పందించారు. క్యాన్సర్పై అవగాహన కల్పిస్తూ దాని బారిన పడిన చిన్నారులకు చేయూతనిస్తున్న ఆరోహ్ను అభినందించారు. ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి హాజరైన మమతా మోహన్ దాస్ తన జీవితంలో క్లిష్టమైన దశను గురించి అందరికీ వివరించారు. ఆరోహ్ ఫండ్ రైజింగ్ ప్రోగ్రాంకు సపోర్ట్ చేసిన ఎన్ఆర్ఐలకు ఆమె ప్రత్యేకంగా కృతజ్ఞతలు చెప్పారు. ఫండ్ రైజింగ్ కార్యక్రమానికి మద్దతుగా నిలిచిన ఎన్ఆర్ఐలకు ఆరోహ్ తరపున నిర్వాహకులు కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలిపారు.
She started Aroh's first chapter here in Bay Area. Let's welcome her to Sakshi TV. She has a journey, starting Aroh in India and getting into America and opening its first chapter.
We are reaching out to the Indian diaspora in the US to support our children. So this is our first try and fundraising, and the response has been amazing. So we look forward to having more chapters in the states of the US.
Yeah, so tell me all about Aroh.
So these are Indian children with cancer. So we support them holistically. We support all the everything that they need. Even for children is there to support them with their education. We make sure that they do everything right. So it's a end-to-end program.
So let's talk about today's fundraising event.
So today's fundraising event, as you know, is dinner with Mamta, another dedication dinner. All the way from India the event, and she wholeheartedly participated, and I think the result is not useful here. And we have raised a decent amount of money, which is very grateful for, because it's the first attempt. We are all very confident right now. Thank you for all the people of the Bay, and thanks to Mamta also. The event, I think, we can make a success.
How can we donate or contribute or volunteer and be part of Aroh if anybody wants to be part of Aroh?
Yeah, so what we do as a company today, there is a QR code for the PayPal account in the US, and you can see website details and the banner behind it. And you go to the website, there is a donate button there also. So you can support us with that.
Have no words to appreciate her hard work and positive attitude towards this journey. And I always think about Mamta. I recently saw her interview with her brother Rajan Nair. Her attitude towards life, I think she's a woman of dreams, many dreams. When she was a girl, she said she never thought she would be an actress, but she became an actress. But she never gave up. Most of the people, they dream, they don't do anything. You should dream. Some people dream, they achieve their dream, then they stop. Oh, we have everything, car, house, and everything. Then the third category, they continue to dream. They achieve more. They are the one contribute to society. I really think Mamta contributed a lot to society. I really appreciate her hard work, and thank you for coming here.
I would like to thank you all for coming and contributing to this cause. You all know I'm in medical field, and we all know what Mamta has gone through, and that is a real tough journey she went through. She won life. like she said, she got a second life. After COVID, I think we all got a second life. And we are lucky that we did not get COVID, but this is a good cause. Aroh is working and Mamta is working with them, and I'm really very pleased to see Mamta working with the group and helping all the children with cancer in India who needs the help. Let's all help Aroh to achieve their goals and dreams. Thank you.
I want all of you to always be grateful to every second of every minute, because the value of that, I think some people kind of came awake to it during COVID. I think a lot of people, it was a very, it was a revelation in many people's lives. You all started doing things differently, and you started realizing that, oh my God, you know what, I have to seize every moment of every day. What was I doing sitting on all that cash? Let me spend, let me travel, and today, as much as people were scared about COVID for about 2 years, I think people started getting fearless and living like there is no tomorrow, right? So, when you do all this, think about a few people, a few kids who are actually fighting this and having trouble to afford one vial of chemotherapy, or one follow-up treatment, one scan, one X-ray. Other than, just getting together, marrying, making more babies, I just don't understand that concept that much. I still feel that there are a lot of children out there who actually need the help. So other than thinking mine only, think this world is ours. Actually, the world isn't. I don't think India needs any more Indians. We have many children growing up and also losing lives, unfortunately. Education is another thing that really needs a lot of attention. Population is just so out of control. So you know what? In any small way, while you're so far away from home, and always think about what's, not just your families back home, but think about the larger picture in India. You're all Indians, we're all proud Indians, we're doing so much of work. I mean, I came here to I've come many times to San Jose, but every time I come here, I'm always shocked, oh, there are no Caucasians here, it's all Indians or, Asians and, every second car. Like, I drive around a lot, so, every driver is like an Indian or, it happened yesterday too, I just went to pick up some Japanese food full of Indians. You just need to observe, like, which part of India could that person be from, right? So, I also heard from Jiku that if you see a white person, you're like, oh my God, where is this from? So, we are doing so much here, forgetting what's actually going on in India. Because why? We've all escaped. Either you have escaped, or your parents have escaped, or your grandparents have escaped. Second generation, third generation Americans now. But there's another world out there. A little bit of your contribution. Every week, every month. Put it in a little, one of those jars, glass jars. I say, every time you say a bad word, drop $1. Right? Every time you think ill about somebody, drop $1, punish yourself, but make some money and give that to charity. It's worth it. It's so worth it. So I really want to thank you all for being here today. Thanks for all the love that you've always been giving me. I really wish my voice was good, because I would have said a lot more. Do all of you know me? Yes, boss? Yeah, that's what everyone says. It's my boss. Yeah, the movie's my boss. Thanks for always, just knowing me. I don't know how many of you really know me. You're all here to just really know me today, right? Yes. Yeah, okay, you really know me. Yeah, but then I always say it's not about, just really knowing me. How many of you know the real me? Right? That's very important. I'm here not as actor Mamta Mohandas or someone who's famous. I'm here as a humble human being, asking all of you to just connect with those who are actually fighting. It's not just cancer, but cancer is scary once it comes. Like we're talking about childhood cancer today. I have taken in so much inspiration from children who actually go through the disease. There's so many kids who are born with it. 2 or 3 months after, you see young parents, they're just late 20s, young couples, walking around with a baby with tubes and there's multiple tubes and bandages everywhere. It's very sad to see that. And then when the kid gets a little older, they will have this age bracket, which is the playful age. They have no idea what's happening to them. They sleep after chemo, they sleep for hours, all they realize is, they're hungry. When they feel better, they start playing. But the parents, it's really, really weighing down on them. So, like you said, thank God that my kids did not get it. It's you. I remember my mom was praying to God upon my diagnosis. Couldn't you have given it to me? So every parent, that's how they think. So there are many, many parents out there, whether you're rich, you're poor, you're black, you're white, you're a politician, you're in the slums, cancer doesn't know whom you're choosing. You don't choose it, but it can come after anybody, so it can happen to anyone. So know that there is no boundary when it comes to fighting this disease. There is no age that makes that fight easier. So I think we're all sitting here miles and miles away from our homeland, and we can say that we're all privileged, right? We don't know what's actually going on in the hospitals in India. We don't know the actual trouble that our kids are going through. The underprivileged are going through so much, which is beyond something that you can fathom. To an extent where, when I used to go in for my chemotherapies, I used to be angered by the lack of system in India. And it angers you to a point where I think it would stress me so much that I would get a relapse. To be honest, I think for the longest time, I used to tell myself that the more I lived in India, the more number of times I was going to relapse, and that kept happening. And it's because the moment you're carrying cancer in you, and you know how difficult the treatment is, what happens is you become a chronic empath. And when you have so much empathy inside you, you start absorbing all the energy all the sorry energy that you see around you, and it becomes your problem. So I think I connect with the cause in a much, much greater way. I'm sure there are a lot of people. How many of you actually have someone? How many of you have actually fought cancer or battled cancer? Do we have any fighters or survivors here? It's a small number. Okay, it's interesting how small that number is. How many of you have family members, immediate family members fighting cancer? How many of you just know or have heard that someone's dealing with cancer? That basically means that the actual empathy level needs to get better. Their pain needs to become your pain. That's when you will feel like going out of your way to make their problem your problem. So every day, I'm sure all of you are into these newer forms of following a path, spirituality. We all follow something, right? If it's not following someone, you follow something, and that something is your inner truth, your purpose in life. So just think that you parked in the wrong alley where it says no parking. Okay, put that $76 here today. So I know you guys can do great. I know you all have a very, very kind heart. Like my trainer always tells me, at least you showed up in gym today. Yeah, so it's something like that. You've all shown up, which means it's a great start. You all have a good heart. Thank you so much. And I hope that I know that this is the first session of the US chapter. Yeah. So I hope whoever is part of Aroh US chapter, I hope you feel very encouraged this evening, and you're able to achieve a greater milestone. Thank you so much, Viju, for starting this. To begin with, being such an amazing support to your really old friend. Be more. Thank you so much. Because it's not easy. Because when Indu was telling me about doing this event, she told me about how simple it's going to be, and how I said it's simple, but the cause is not so simple, right? So let's do this, let's make this happen, let's make this a success. Baby steps, and make sure that you always reach out to me, and I always want to be a part of this community. I want to check next year who all are present. Okay. Because if you're not there, I want this number to grow, I want the hall to grow, everything to grow, and see for film awards and all that stuff. There's so many more people, all the pompousness, so much money, the sponsorship. God knows, Bindu was struggling to get sponsors for this event. Why? Even I'm sure many of you are like in IT and medical institutions. I know Stanford. You guys get so much money going in. I know even when UCLA, that's where I did my immunotherapy. UCLA does all these, events, and you should see the amount of money that gets poured in. Like it's insane how much money they raise in that one day. Obviously, they'll have people like Brian Cranston and all come and say hello. Just his 5 minutes is enough to make $100,000. So we can do that too. It's not just them, yeah. Even though our organization is small, but our cause is really, really big. So make sure that you take all of this, whatever you get here today. Tell your friends this was how it was, and it's going to be bigger and better next time. And hopefully, Bindu will be charged for a lot of excess baggage of cash. Your support, your zeal, how you envision this. I do believe in the fact that positivity and the state of mind and how you channel your inner self can actually, create an environment of healing within you. Maybe the disease is not out of you, but the disease will not get you. It will not take the best of you away from you. So that is possible too. But to understand that, is everyone, are there many Malayalis here? There are a lot of non-Malayalis too, right? Right? Yeah, there are a lot of non-Malayalis, you can see that. So, I always believe that it's very important as caregivers, if you know anyone who's fighting cancer, it's very important for children to get the right kind of care. And I think what is most important is to keep the caregiver's environment very positive. And most often that's not what we see. We already start assuming that, oh my God, someone's diagnosed with cancer, that person's going to die. Like you already start looking at that person as though that person's like, walking out your front door. But that's not true. You can change that. Your spirit can change that. In fact, I love the changes that has happened over the last decade. I was diagnosed in the year 2009. I fought it for as recent as, the hardest part of it was as recent as 2014. And then, immunotherapy worked for me, and that's how I came to Los Angeles and became a resident there. I'm back in India, by the way. But California is almost like second home. My first home, I would say, in my heart. This is the land that gave me, this is the state that gave me my life back. So I owe a lot to California. What changed for me is the environment. So I really believe in the power of creating the right environment. It can be mental, it can be, but just around you, your physical environment. And no matter how close you think your relationship with that person is, if that entity is toxic for you or for the person who's fighting cancer, save yourself. I would always suggest you keep that person at bay. So there's just so much more that I can share. Right now, whatever I'm saying is sounding so serious. Usually this is not how I speak. Once again, thanks a lot for being here. I hope some of you who thought that, I'll just go there and probably take a picture with Mamta, have some dinner and go back home. Please do make sure that, you contribute. Make a little contribution today. A little goes a very long way. Rupees like going down the drain. A dollar has a lot of value. Yeah? A dollar, like 83 rupees to a dollar now. It was 72 rupees when I came here in 2014. Is it there? Yeah. Even lesser. The banker. So, even if it's one bill, it has a lot of value back save so many lives.